because I kept talking shit like there was gonna be blood. I didn't see no blood, just a ass beat.
And I just watched Bivol take out Canelo. And now I see that there's a fucking monster truck right there with the other two belts. So now it's a crash course, man.
Out the medicines. We've been on that rock star regimen, knowing that I'm heaven sent, higher than I ever been. I got a problem with.
What's going on, guys, and welcome to Totally Blitz Podcast, the Fight Club edition. Welcome your hosts. I'm Paul Pick and Win'em Concha, the drunk gambler, also known as the Sports Encyclopedia. I got my shit already poured up. I'm gonna let the other hosts introduce themselves.
Oh shit! God damn, it's the podcast already. God damn, the way motherfuckers went to sleep this weekend. I was napping with their ass. I thought that was the move this week. The way all these motherfuckers got their ass slept. Oh god damn, but you know who it is. It's Kev. Just woke up, Savoy. The realest nigga you know, man.
That boy had the fucking sleeping music on. What's going on, y'all boys? It's PT. You already know what it is, man. A fucking quick weekend of boxing, for real. A little too quick.
Very quick, bro. Kev leaned a little too close in on the TV and caught something and went to sleep.
I'm telling you.
He's still sleeping.
They was throwing them things. I watched the co-main. What's it called? Somebody got slept in the co-main too, right?
Right, someone got slept damn near every fucking fight this card. But yeah, the co-main and the main, people were going to sleep.
I'm set. Like I was at the house. Like I was just sitting there thinking, like, damn, bro. Like it's usually never over this quick. Usually I'm still watching two fights right now. Like I was about to start looking up prospects for a second. Like who the fuck fighting in Jacksonville right now? Where the live streams at?
Man, fucking. So if y'all don't know, we're talking Beterbiev versus Smith Jr. It was fucking billed to be a fucking war, but instead we got a fucking murder. Still great fight for one side. And before we talk into the main event, we had Robeisy Ramirez knocking out Abraham Nova in the co-main event. And Marcus, who the fuck was Abraham Nova before? Because going into it, I thought he was the favorite. I wouldn't have known this man was like a 4-1 underdog, especially by the way he was acting. And
I don't know. I don't know that too much about dude, but I definitely was going in here thinking he was the favorite. I thought, you know how Top Rank does it. They love to put their main prospect guy in the limelight, make them look good in their cards. I kind of thought it was that type of deal. I thought they were just giving Nova a co-main event to push him. I did not know. That's my fault for not knowing, for real, bro, because I didn't know dude on the other side was
Puerto Ricans too, Marcus. No excuse,
yeah, bro. He came with a vengeance and really was like, all right, this is my co-main event. Cause like, bro, all the promotion was about Nova. This Nova fucking Abraham Lincoln dude, like
got the
weird
blonde beard.
Yeah, but man, I don't know what that is, bro. But I was thrown off for real. Cause and I kept hearing the announcers. They Nova was just not looking good from the start. He was just getting tagged, and it just wasn't a good night for him. And I was honestly surprised, because I thought that was one of the main guys.
I feel bamboozled, but I'm not gonna lie to you. Once I seen Brett come out with those blonde with the blonde beard, I was like, oh yeah, this is not my man's. This is not my man's.
He had his own mascot, and I just want to know, did Top Rank pay for the fucking mascot, or did he pay out of pocket for this mascot? Because it was a fucking it looked like the college football type Trojan Spartan, but with a blonde beard.
Just because of that, he's on Berlanga's level to me now.
Yeah, but 21 and a big one on that record right now after this weekend. And then we had a pair of fucking American prospects, that put America on their back. They balled out this weekend. We got Bruce Carrington. He got the corner stoppage over Adrian Leve. Sorry if I said your name wrong, but you was only getting hired just to make Bruce Carrington look good, and you definitely did your job.
Native, the boy, he brought out a crowd too.
They did.
Crazy.
He had the Knicks shorts on. He was shouting. He had the New York fit, and it was Madison Square Garden. So the boys were going crazy.
that shit's tough, bro. I think he's from Brooklyn, man. So I know that has to be feeling nice, and you got your whole family, friends out there, and he put on a great performance too.
And he still looks just as good as like what was been promised. So let's hope that prospect keeps going. Another big prospect, Jahi Tucker, another American, fought right before shoot, and he got the KO in the 4th round. Beat DeAndre Smith. That boy, I mean, he's at 147 now. I think he honestly could make some solid noise in 147 just because he has a couple years before he actually goes into those deep waters with the top talents.
I'm glad I got to see him put on I think he put on a better performance than the last time last time we talked about him on here.
Yeah.
Like, I forget which card it was.
I think it was the Berlanga card.
It might have been the first episode then.
I think so.
So I definitely put on a better performance and got the TKO. He didn't look as maybe sluggish or whatever. He looked like he came with it and he looked in shape. So that's a good sign from a young guy for real.
And shout out to the American prospects. Y'all did y'all's thing. On to the main event here. Artur Beterbiev versus Joe Smith Jr., the common man. But we were promised a war and we got a murder. AB, as we call him here, just because we don't want to butcher his name, but we call him AB. That man really showcased why, there's only really 2 legitimate 175ers, in my opinion. It's him and Bivol. And they're to cut a rest from everybody else in that division.
By far. It's not even close either. Because people wanted to put Joe Smith up in that range too, and he proved that he definitely is not up there.
I had him up in that range. I seen him with the wood chipper. I was like, yo, that's a man's man right there. That's a man. Nah. There's a gap. And that knockout, there's a gap. There's a gap.
Kev, put those fingers back up. Throw up another 2. And that's how many knockdowns he had within fucking 2 rounds, bro. He threw up 4 knockdowns in 2 rounds. I was ready. When listening to the Boxing Rant, shout out that podcast, they said Joe Smith came out running in the very first round, just met him in the middle, just ran up on him. And they're like, that was the biggest balls I've ever seen him on. There are ways to beat that man, but to run up on him and to take his punches is not the way to beat that man, bro.
That was probably the worst game plan. I hope that wasn't his game plan and he just got lost in the moment. Because come on, bro.
They were chanting, Joe.
Man, come in, man. Come on, man. Fuck all that, bro. Come out here and try to at least stay on your back foot and kind of try to maybe box and move around the ring. Don't why would you go into a fight? We know you got heavy hands also, but he got heavier hands, bro. So if you get connected once, it's over, and that's it. I seen a clip, man, of him landing 2 fucking uppercuts back to back. I was like, bro, I should look like target practice for fucking Beterbiev, bro. I should look like it was easy work in the gym.
Nah, that shit was bad. And I respect, bro. It does take a lot of balls to go run up on somebody like that. There's people you don't walk up on. No, I respect bro for it. Because Lennox Lewis says he beat Mike Tyson because everybody was scared of Mike Tyson. Everybody kept. So you'll back up for Mike Tyson. And that's where you fuck up because now he's hitting you with his arm fully extended. Now you're gone. You gotta get in his face. Make him bite your ear. But motherfucking, I learned that Joe Smith is not Lennox Lewis. Motherfucking, the way that bro was pounding on dude, you would have thought it was a UFC fight. I would have expected him to really get down this. Shit was tragic. It was a quick one, but I'm not gonna lie. I just have newfound respect for this entire division for these 2 Bivol and Beterbiev. And I just watched Bivol take out Canelo. I want to say take out Canelo. beat Canelo. And now I see that there's a fucking monster truck right there with the other 2 belts. So now it's a crash course, man. We got to see what the fuck is about to happen.
He just got his 3rd belt too. This was the unification right here. Joe Smith had his one. So also like AB 18 fights, 18 knockouts. And if you take his amateurs, he's like 295-5 in his amateurs, and a whole bunch of knockouts in there. But he's not like a KO puncher. Like he's not just like looking for the KO. Like he's a boxer. He will box you. He just happens to have bricks for hands. So when them hands land, you are going down. Like there.
And he got a killer mentality too. I feel like when he wants to take someone out, he can take him out. That's a crazy part.
When he got the cut, in that one fight we brought up, the cut down the head, he was gushing blood, pouring, and they told him, we're gonna, like, the ref told him you have 1 round left after call the fight, and he was about to lose all his belts. And they gave him basically a 2-minute time limit or 3 minute, whatever. And he fucking went out there, and I feel bad for the dude because it was a punishment. He literally got the dude up out of there that next round. And it really, someone brought up on the same with that Boxing Rant podcast, he did get knocked down before against Jeff Horn and Colin Johnson, but it's like he probably walked into that ring like, I have nothing to fear. I'm just gonna kill. Like, I'm so much better than the guy next to me. And then he got caught and he got right back up. It wasn't like he was down for a little bit. He got right back up 2 seconds later and was like, "Oh, you dropped me? You fucked up. Like now I'm finna, now I'm finna have to kill you."
Fucking, that's literally what happened. He came back ready to like a Terminator, bro. Dude's really a Terminator.
The Chechekian fucking, we have Yuri Prochazka, UFC champ. Chimaev, the welterweight no one wants to see in the UFC. And then over here, Artur Beterbiev, like these are fucking legit warriors. And he's 37, bro. Imagine if he was able to come over and fight like 10 years prior. Like imagine if we were able to see like a 32-year-old AB, like this man, like, and he's still a killer. Like he's still a killer right now.
Imagine like a 28-year-old AB, bro. That would be some shit, man.
Joe Smith, honestly, your game plan was horrendous just because I had a bet that you would make it past the 6th round. And you usually have the heart of a champion. You do have a heart of a champion. You have that warrior spirit. Like you finished the fight with a broken jaw. So I can't ever doubt that you have that warrior spirit. But man, that game plan was so bad, bro. Like, why? Like I thought he would at least be able to coast to the second half of the fight off of his good chin and just like good heart. But just like to get folded like a lawn chair within the first 2 rounds was fucking that is nuts. That really was like wow.
Goofy doing it too, like flopping all over the ring. Yeah, no, I was like, oh man, it's one of those fights. I was blown. I was ready to watch some good, like a good main event, ready for this. I kept talking shit like there was gonna be blood. I didn't see no blood, just an ass beat.
My boy said there will be blood.
I was preaching that shit because I thought dude was gonna be fucked up, but I mean he did get fucked up, but
it was definitely someone got fucked up. It wasn't a war, but it was a beat down.
Nah, bro, that fight was so short. That motherfucker, niggas asked me like, "Yo, you going out?" And I was like, "I want to." I really did, but I was like, "I want to," but I gotta watch these fights. I shit you not. I'm over here fucking up some Chinese food. Just warmed up the Chinese food. I'm nice and high. Before I could finish eating my Chinese food, these niggas dapping me up. All right, bro, we're leaving, niggas. The second the door closes, before I could finish my Chinese food, bow, like. Lights out, and I was like, "This is crazy."
Bob Arum talked longer than that fucking fight was on.
That's tragic.
But
hey, it's a quick boxing news though. I don't mean
say what you guys say.
I'm not gonna lie, man. That Usyk Joshua motherfucking press conference was this morning. The boys was in Saudi Arabia with it. You don't know how far Saudi Arabia is until you see a fucking room full of nothing but motherfuckers wearing the thingy.
The turban.
Yeah. Oh, the turban. That shit hard. The turban, and then the only people not wearing turban was from London and Ukraine. Like, I fuck with Saudi Arabia. That's the fight we waiting on.
Man, after what I heard on my drive today, listening to what Marcus put me on, I don't know why Europe, the England specifically, keeps signing up their superstars to get murdered by these Eastern European and Americans, right? They build
just
up
to get slaughtered,
just to get like Lomachenko, Usyk, Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, like Tyson, not Tyson Fury.
He did it.
Like they literally like they build them up and they can be these champions over there, but then they want to sign up for these undisputed or unified championships, and they know that they are not good, and the fans sell out those arenas every time, thinking the scenario is gonna be different.
They love to gas their fighters like they're gonna do something, and it just doesn't work out like that. There was a time period where a couple of years ago they had a lot of champions
like
over there,
5 champs.
Yeah, boy, times have changed.
And they said them boys are the fucking G League of boxing right now, bro. You go over to Britain to get your hands right to come back up to the majors.
That shit had me dead when he said that shit was my league.
Is it Tyson Fury from?
We got Unicorn. You know, the Philippines ain't known for boxing, but they still got Manny Pacquiao. Like, you know, like you still got your unicorns. You know, the one of a kinders.
Has anybody else from the Philippines come out since Manny Pacquiao?
This fight we got coming up this week in the main events. I won't even dare say his name because I'm gonna fuck it up. But just stay tuned. but since we're talking about those British champions, I don't want to diminish the Joshua Usyk. I just know me and Mark are big on Usyk and like not as high on Joshua. But with the British champs, AB Beterbiev, he already basically had the contract signed. His next fight's gonna be fucking Anthony Yarde, another British boy, and people are saying that fight's gonna look just like this one. Like it's gonna be another demolition job. It's gonna be, oh, I'm just gonna go over there. I'm gonna enjoy your culture for the day, and then I'm gonna kill your warrior in the night. And like, and that's honestly what I expected too, bro. And just because everybody knows, Marcus, tell me if I'm wrong, everybody knows the fight to make in this division is Bivol and Beterbiev. No one wants to see them other bozos.
Yeah, no, man. Fuck Yarde. Fuck all the other bullshit, man. Make this fight, bro. Like, this is the fight that needs to be made. Bivol versus fucking Beterbiev. Like, come on. Like, that should be I wouldn't say it could turn into a war, but the fucking high intense boxing all go down in that ring. Yeah, like I wouldn't know who would win, bro, because those are both fucking Terminators in their own right.
Do they have the fans though? Could they sell out? Can both of them sell out an arena? Can them boys get super
what I will say is this one here, Joe Smith versus AB, they had 920K audience viewers, which is fucking a pretty good viewership. It wasn't pay-per-view you know how like ESPN is pay-per-view for some countries, not all countries, like, you know, all that shit weird, but they still had 920,000 viewers, which is that's like Conor McGregor did 1 million views in UFC and people went nuts. So like to put in perspective, like 920K is a big number. And I think more because of Joe Smith, because everyone in the crowd was chanting Joe. Like Joe had his section in the crowd. Bruce Carrington had his section in the crowd. But whoever does, I think Top Rank would be the promoter. They'll stack the card enough with some prospects on like another Bruce Carrington showing or something. Like I think it'll get enough viewership for them to be okay. Like I understand boxing is a business, but sometimes it just makes sense. Like
you could throw like a Xander Zayas on there.
Yeah, like we can make the numbers work, but these two have to fight. Like because the fans will be upset. I think with the way new fans like myself and this current fans are being spoiled with the undisputeds and the unified fights. Like they're not gonna be okay if Beterbiev fights 4 other fucking journeymen on like challengers. Like we know Bivol's right there.
There's no point in Beterbiev to fight Yarde if Bivol already got the final belt to collect.
The only person that would make sense is Gilberto Ramirez. And that's only because Bivol had talked about fighting him a few times and the paperwork never made sense, they said. But he's legitimately the only other legitimate boxer at 175.
It's probably mandatory for that, his title.
What you're saying is I got to get my weight up.
No, what I'm saying is when Jose Benavidez gets his weight up, everybody better watch out. I mean, David Benavidez, not Jose.
That's definitely on the top 5 fights that need to be made in boxing.
Over me and Jake Paul?
Yeah, we're going to have to send Kevin eventually to go clean that mess up. But stay tuned because we will actually be talking a little bit about the Jake Paul fight stuff on our UFC recap that we have dropping today as well if you haven't already checked it out. But if y'all don't know, that's been Totally Blitz Podcast. We talked our boxing. We talked our shit. Stay tuned for the next. We got a big quadruple header boxing card brought to you by DAZN with Bam Bam versus the Filipino OG. Not even going to say his name. I don't want to fuck it up. But stay tuned. It's been Totally Blitz. And if you don't know, now you know, motherfuckers.
Problem with being problematic. Get the light beam on me ready for electrostatic. Don't you step into this box if you're not batting. Then my gang got tools, you can call them